Thank you, Tina. Thank you very much. It's an absolute honor to be a part of this. Pauli and I will share the stage and be as brief as we can. It's such an honor to be part of broader academic, cross-disciplinary, multidisciplinary, and I think we are scientific outliers here. But I hope we can find our place and support different things going on. We talked a little bit about indoors, outdoors. Just very quickly, acoustically, if we can bring the natural outdoors into acoustic design inside the building. So where there's an absence of unwanted sound and late unwanted reflections in the outdoors in the forest, that's what we want inside. So outdoor learning space is great, but also the indoor building should more reflect and feel like that. So I'm the global education lead, and Pauli is the Finnish education lead, and I'll give you a bit of a broader view on some of the things that we are working with. If I can get this slide. Great. Thank you very much. Interesting learning for me, and yes, very busy slides, and I've lost my animations. That's fine. On your right-hand side is the group of concept developers, as I was mentioning, education leads in many countries, so mostly Europe and also India and Brazil. And we work, so we're in South America, yes, closer. Yeah, but we're in South America, which is great. And some of the partnerships we work with, but as education leads, we're very interested in piloting research case studies, piloting what we can learn from a subjective aspect. Very important. We're learning more about that. Our background is more about objective acoustic numbers, and we know we need to move beyond that. So we've partnered with EU SchoolNet, the Future Classroom Labs, very active in Denmark, and we recently did a joint collaboration where they did a teacher survey last year, which is fascinating about the sound environment from a teacher's perspective, but it lifts up a lot of student aspects. And then we've been collaborating with Learning Environments Applied Research Network in University of Melbourne, formerly for 8 years, and the ILETC is something that they invited us to get involved with from an acoustic perspective. This is very interesting. You've got the University of Melbourne walking in right on cue, like we planned that. We have kind of the Graduate School of Education, Edith Cowan here as well, but Graduate School of Education and the School of Architecture merging, and what's subjective to one and objective to the other, you can flip around, and there's so much we can learn from that when we apply acoustics. And I'm conscious of time, Pauli, thank you. So that's been fascinating, and the typologies of spaces that have been mentioned there, A to E, A being cellular to E, typology of furniture, typologies of acoustics, applying that, and then moving on to innovative learning environments and student experience. Is going much deeper into how people actually feel and are going to be able to use the affordances and so on. And then I must mention, moving on to the Nordplus. So next slide. Here we go. So yeah, just very quickly from a background of where we've kind of been looking at the objective side of where acoustic numbers, standards are, indoor environmental qualities with the, looking at where acoustics fits as one of the indoor environmental qualities. We had a literature review over the years, and it's quite theoretical and on the objective side rather than the subjective side, but it's been a great start, and we've tried to move on to see, well, if a space works and people, how could we define that acoustically? If there's a sliding door, what difference does that make? If there's no door, why is it that there's a line of sight, but there's not a line of sound? And when we've had to put numbers to that so that we can understand and recognize what you could expect with sound decaying over distance and that disturbance or distraction dying down over distance and things like that. So we've analyzed these in many ways, and that's been a great experience to more open learning spaces. But we can also see that these spaces are also quite fragile. And then, of course, it's all these other aspects that we need to bring into what we see. Sound is wanted and noise is unwanted. If we work in sound and communication, sound levels can go up if the students are on task. That's all okay. It only becomes noise if somebody's off task, and that's a disruption and a disturbance to you. But it's very subjective, and it's very hard to define. So this is where, listening to the different things you've been talking about, we can try and get this much more into context. Anyway, this is things we're working on. And if I just kind of summarize, if there was 2 people sharing this, it's great to go away for a couple of days. So isn't flexibility giving us everything we need? Well, for learning spaces, we need something sustainable more than 2 days, but this is super flexible. But after 2 days, you've probably fallen out, and you have to define when somebody cannot take their socks off or anything else that goes on. It's not good to drive. It's not good to sleep in. It's not good to cook in, but it can do all these things. So agility, yes. Flexibility, let's be careful with that. So a bit more about some perspective from Finland.
Yeah, thank you. Can you change the slide? Yeah, you can go to the yes. Oh, the other one before. Yes. Yeah. Yes. So these are the most important things what you need. Usually, when I say a local municipalities all over Finland, usually I meet a lot of them always when there's a school project going on. So, of course, the acoustics, what comes to sound environment in school. So acoustics, of course, has to be very good, but also they need indoor air quality. All this material you put there has to be very good concerning in indoor air quality, but also sustainable things is very important in Finland these days. Okay. And traditional classrooms look like that. Usually you have an acoustic ceiling and something it's good to put in the back, because you still have these traditional classrooms in Finland. But we are moving to next one, these open learning environments, because this curriculum for education in Finland really is moving, as we know already for years, towards this kind of very open environments, and acoustics is even much more important in these. And this is one school quite north of Finland. So as you see, it's very open, and of course you need acoustic ceiling here. You need something to put on walls, but where are the walls? Very often you can't put any acoustic material on walls. That's why you have to use textile carpet and soft furniture and so on. So it's very challenging, actually. Yes, next one. And as you see, also over here, it's very open. Same thing, same problems. Maybe these days some more walls will be built, glass walls or something, just to make the noise level a little bit lower. And this one too. This one picture with doors upright is good solution. So you can make that space very open, but you can also close it easily if you want to close those rooms. Do I still have some time? Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Next. Yeah, and this is good example of wall panels that are acoustically really good, but you can also use students, pupils, like paintings or something. You can put it there. So there's acoustics and also pin board at the same. And my last slide is this. I wanted to show this. It's not only the one on down is a school, but others are hotels and offices and so on. Good example how you can acoustic material. They can be printed in a certain way to look very beautiful. This is not the only way to have it white, so you can use your imagination. Thank you very much.
some resources if you're interested in some collaborations and different things that we mentioned. Thank you.
Yep.